it was a pleasant surprise. If you're looking for a super fancy YouTube office setup, you're in the wrong place. But if you're looking for a super realistic and definitely affordable YouTube setup, then come along with me. My name is Cynthia, and I have been helping people create content for the past 8 years. And for the past 2 years, I've been dabbling in it myself a little bit more, and now I'm ready to get serious. And I have been also working from home, particularly in this office, for the past 4 years. And it has been, let me tell you, a work in progress. It's important to me that my background when I'm on Zoom, because I do a lot of coaching, so it's important that it is approachable and feels vibey and just feels like a place that I want to be, but also that people working with me want to be as well. I think that our environments are incredibly important in determining how we feel, if we want to go back there, especially if it's a workplace day after day. And especially when you're working from home, you don't have that separation of leaving your house, going to a different place, coming back. And it can get a little bit depressing if you're by yourself all the time. So I think creating a space that feels cozy and warm and a place you want to be, I think it's really important for yourself. This has been a pursuit of mine for a couple of years. So today I'm going to take you through the evolution of this office because I plan to shoot and film a lot more videos here. And of course, I will continue to be coaching on Zoom. So I want it to be a place that feels really good. But also, we're not going for Pinterest-worthy things necessarily here, although the vibes should be vibing. But we have a budget, okay? It's real cheap. We're going to use what we have for the most part. So let's get into it. This was one of the reasons why we bought this house, because I was working from home and I needed my own little space to go down to. I actually like that it is in the basement because I can come in here during the day, and then at the end of the day, I shut the door and I don't think about it. I don't think about work for the rest of the evening. So I really do like having that separation. Now, of course, it is a basement, so that lack of natural light, especially when it comes to being on Zoom and now trying to film down here, that's a bit of a challenge. So we'll get into the lighting. I had one of my photographer friends help me with something, and it's a pretty easy solution that I am very beginner at and still kind of playing around with, but I'm happy with the results so far. First, I want to talk about how this room started. When I first moved in here, we painted the green color on one wall, and then the rest was white. And then I had this wall behind me that for a while was, I think, white. And then I painted it pink, and then I did some stencil plants that I created on top of it. It was a choice. It was a choice. You know, in the moment liked it. It was okay. It was something fun and different. But in the end, I ended up using this paint behind me in my entryway. I absolutely love it. It's called like oyster something or other. It's like a dark green, moody color. I love green. I think it's just a color of growth. It's a color that's very approachable and warm if you pick the right green. And so I'm very happy with that. So then for a while, I struggled with where to position the desk. So I actually did have the desk here for a long time, and it was okay, but I didn't have this desk behind me, that side. It just didn't feel, when you walked in, all you could see was the back of this desk, and I didn't love that feeling. I did like having this wall behind me, because when I'm on Zoom, if the kids come in the middle of a Zoom call, I don't want the distraction behind me to the person I'm on the call with. For a time, I had moved the desk over on the other wall. It just felt better when I came in. Also, this is we don't have a huge house, so this house becomes the guest room when guests come. So it was easier for me to just have that desk there, and then I could throw up the air mattress or whatever for guests if they came. When I decided it's time to set this room up properly, I knew I needed to move the desk back to kind of its original place, and I thought, well, you know what? It's just not going to be aesthetic, and I'm just going to have to kind of get over it. and it is what it is. So that's where you see us today. I moved everything around. One of the things that was irritating me every day, and I could not handle it, was this rug that I tried to incorporate in here, and it would fold up, and it was just so annoying. You couldn't move anything around. Ultimately, I have gotten rid of the rug and have no rug, which I really do miss, not having that warmth under my feet. So still on the hunt for something that is suitable and that will actually work and not roll up and all that kind of thing. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. We have some ruggables upstairs, which I love because they seem to really stay put. One of those might make an appearance at some point down the road, but for now, it's not in the budget, and so we are working with what we have. When we first moved into this home and I was pinning on Pinterest all of the office ideas for myself, I had come across like a full corkboard wall, and so that was always been kind of in my vision for my office. So I ended up finding these 2-pack of corkboard tiles at Staples, and they were, I think, $10 for the 2. And so I've hung them up. The one broke, the corner broke, but we've made it work. You can't see it from a distance. And I'm still considering whether or not I get a few more and do like a full line down the wall there, or we just leave it where it's at. And then I have the intention of framing this owl picture, but if you have seen any of my shorts, you'll see the transformation of framing 2 of my other pictures in my dining room and taking apart old antique frames. And it is a nightmare. And so it is just not within me at this moment to take this frame apart that I have planned for the owl picture. So in the meantime, it's getting taped up there, and we'll see if that just becomes the new look forevermore. I moved everything around, and then I had gotten this mic. I love the sound of good sound when you're on Zoom with other people. And then, of course, filming video, having good audio is really important. This was super affordable from Amazon. I have a link. I'll link it below. And it was easy setup. That is not my forte, but I did manage to figure out how to set this sucker up all on my very own, following some picture instructions, and we got it done. So if I can do it, you can do it. I promise. I think now with the desk behind me, and I was able to move this desk over to the side, that when I walk in, it's not feeling like it did before. It actually feels quite warm and cozy. And so I'm very happy with this. Now, lighting. So when it came to lighting, I knew that I would have to find a solution for better light in here because, again, we're in a basement and there is a little window which actually does kick a decent amount of light, but now we're into the winter months and it is dark all the time. It's dark when I start work. It's dark when I'm done work. And so there's really little to no natural light coming in during these months. And so I knew I was going to have to find some sort of solution. I have a light above me, which is nice diffused light. And I thought that might be okay, but I actually find that light really bothers my eyes during the workday. And so I've pretty much had that off now since I've gotten a proper light, which I'll get into in a second. I've been always a little intimidated when it comes to lighting. It seems overwhelming to me for some reason to get all of the proper lighting. I think this goes back to my days working at a local boutique real estate brokerage here. We'd gotten these like crazy lighting setups and we would wheel these lights around, and I never really noticed that big of a difference with them, and they were clunky and annoying. It just seemed like it would be too much work, or like you needed to have some sort of special physics knowledge to figure out how to get this lighting right. One day I was scrolling on Instagram, and one of my new friends that I met in Toronto at an event last year, she is a photographer and videographer, and she was talking about shooting some photos or videos for someone in their home, and she'd mentioned something about lighting, and I thought, hey, I should just reach out to her and see if she's got any tips or ask her to create some content around it so that she could help us out, help a sister out. She very graciously said that I could send her a video of my office setup and that she would give me some ideas. So I did. I gave her a little video of kind of the setup. She recommended a light for me. She gave me some price options. My budget was enough that I could get kind of the bigger one that she was talking about. With that, I also got a stand, which I'm very happy that I read the fine print on Amazon about it not coming with a stand. So that came, and again, I was able to put all of that together myself. Truth be told, have not really looked at the instructions for this light. I've just been clicking around with the remote. So there are probably things that can be done, but I'm pretty well happy with it at this point. The other thing that my friend had suggested to do was put a lamp on behind me to kind of create some dimension. So I've got that lamp behind me and I just really like the look. I'm not really sure if that's what she meant exactly, but right now I'm loving it. And so I do plan to send her a video of my new setup and see if she's got any tips. And if she does, I will report back with that. In conclusion, one thing I do want to mention is that I am really loving this idea. I don't know if you've read the book Steal Like an Artist by Austin Cologne. I think that's how you say his last name. He talks about having, you have your desk with your computer and all that kind of stuff, the digital desk, and then having like an analog desk. And so that's really my kind of intention for this desk behind me. I have my calendar and my planner. And so every once in a while, when I just need like a little break from the screens, I can just spin my chair around and create there and kind of away from everywhere and have it be its own little world. So that's my intentions for that. We'll see how she goes. My challenge to you is just look for things that are annoying you. That's really how I audit my space most of the time. What is causing friction when you're trying to get something done, or you won't do something because this is in the way or you have to do that? That's where I like to start. Make little changes, and then if it is within your budget, these are some affordable options to up your sound and up your lighting, and then you can build from there. You don't need to have the most flashy, the best setup to get going, but editing your space so that it feels comfortable and the environment feels like a place that you want to be is going to be really important to you showing up, feeling comfortable, and feeling confident. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to hear more, hit the subscribe button, and let's grow together.